When we add fractions with common denominators, what we really do is we're going to add our numerators and keep the denominator the same because we're looking at our fractions as parts of a whole. So since they're parts of a whole, when I add more pieces, it doesn't take more pieces to make a whole. So 2/9 plus 5/9 is 2 plus 5 over 9, which would be 7/9. Once I finish adding, I look to see if I can reduce this. The video on reducing fractions will be linked in the description. In this situation here with the second one, 7/12 plus 5/12, well, 7 plus 5 is 12, and I get 12/12. Well, when my numerator and my denominator are equal, we know that that fraction reduces to 1. In the third case, I have 3/4 plus 2/4. Well, that adds up to 5/4. At this point, we have what people call an improper fraction. However, there's nothing wrong with leaving your fraction in this form unless you're told specifically to make a mixed number. If I want to make a mixed number out of this, it becomes a division problem. I have 5 divided by 4, and instead of doing my decimal division, I use the remainder like you did when you first learned how to division. So the 1 that is the answer right here becomes the whole number of my mixed number. The remainder becomes the numerator of my fraction, and the number that I was dividing by becomes the denominator of my fraction. So that's 1 1/4. Now, when my fractions don't have the same denominator, I have to find a common denominator. And there are different ways you could do this. One way is if I notice 4 is a multiple of 2. So I could rewrite 1/2 as 2/4. Then I can go ahead and add them when they have the same denominator and get 5/4. When I have a problem like 2/5 plus 7/8, the easiest way to get your common denominator is to multiply the two denominators together. So my common denominator would be 40. So I take the 2/5 and multiply that by 8/8, which will give me a denominator of 40 there. Then I take the 7/8 and I'm going to multiply that by 5/5, which gives me the denominator of 40. I'm just multiplying by the other one there. And that will give me 16/40 or plus 35/40. And when I add those together, I end up with 51/40. The third situation, I could multiply my denominators together to get 48 as the denominator. But I also notice that 6 and 8 are both factors of 24. So I'm going to make both my denominators 24. So my 1/6, I'm going to multiply by 4/4 to give me the 24. And then the 1/8, I'm going to multiply by 3/3 to give me the 24. And that ends up as 4/24 plus 3/24, which would equal 7/24. Again, always look to reduce these. You can make the improper fractions into mixed numbers as you want, but it's not required.